Hello and welcome. Not working. Hello and welcome to the stream. I am DXD Hobo and you're watching RPR Rapid Pixel Racing round 12 here in Hungary. I can see that for some reason I'm not getting any audio, so let's see if we can try and fix the audio issue happening. Why we got no audio? Why is Streamlabs being a dick? Why is Streamlabs being a dick? I don't know. It was working earlier. I can hear it. Maybe because I am doing it this way. 1 second. Let me just fix this a little bit. Plug that in. Okay. Now, while I'm trying to fix the audio, I will quickly run through the drivers' tables. So, apologies by the way, I've missed last week. I did have a massive voice loss. It ain't back yet fully, but it is on the mend, which is always good to hear. Let's go to the stand-ins. I can see the stand-in. That's the wrong table. Oh, having a mess. Oh, it's the wrong table, isn't it? I'm sure I put up. Did I put up the right ones? 208s, are they right? No, they're the wrong tables. Fuck. So, 1 second, I'll fix tables in a minute. But, anywho, we are on board now. We're just watching the Jackstetter 115.8. We have Model 116.5. It looks like we are doing a short quali today and not a long one. Dry quali and race. Thank you very much, Rob. Is it a short quali today, Rob? Just double checking that. I assume it is. Just trying to work out why I'm not getting any sound out of my console. This is very weird. No sound coming out. There should be sound coming out. There was sound coming out earlier. Maybe because this has got to be set to that. Ow! Okay, sound's working. There we go, we have sound again. We have sound again. Okay, so got a couple of new guys here as well. We got OFR Dr. Robot. So we'll stay on, he's on a 119.3, so we'll stay on board with him for a while, see if he does another lap. I will just try and just sort out the tables again. For some reason, I must have saved the wrong table. Not sure why. But hey ho, we move on. I'll quickly get that sorted out. Shouldn't take too long to fix, to be honest. But hopefully everyone is doing okay.
Yeah, fine.
For some reason that didn't save. Why is everything going wrong today? Weird. Weird. Okay. Now, let's get these back on. How's the sound for everyone? Is sound working okay? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. You not eat crisp right next to my ear?
Ja. Har du fan? Har du fan ett jumba?
Oh, she alright? Alright, anyway. Okay, my stuff falling over. It's her own fault. Okay, so driver's tables, there we go. Much better. All working again. As you can see, yes you can. Coolio Iglesias. Okay, so Werner leading the way, finally leading the way with 208. You have Johnny Stokes in second with 199. Jack Latest is in third with 165.5. Avi is in fourth with 129. We have James Owl in fifth with 80. Scotty is in sixth with 70. Lala is in seventh with 55.5. Speedy number 25 is in eighth with 47. Then we have Robson Racer in ninth with 45. Dutch Face is in 10th with 39. We have Chubb in 11th with 27. We have 12th place we have Almighty Evan with 17 points. 13th is GGC with 15. Erez is in 14th with 12.5. We have Mr. Carl in 15th with 10 points. El Stefano in 16th with 9. Ali Difa is in 17th with 7. Neles B in 18th with 6. And then we have 19th, joint 19th is Booker Bronco and Hazajo with nil points. What it does to your driver's team standings. Alfa Romeo are leading it with 276. We have Mercedes in second with 236. McLaren are in third with 192.5. We have Ferrari in fourth with 141.5. In fifth place of the Alpine with 118. Sixth place we have Red Bull with 95. Haas are in seventh with 88.5. Williams are in eighth with 62. Ninth is Aston Martin with 25. And last but not least is the AlphaTauri team with 17. Excuse me. Excuse me, so I had a bit of a coughing fit there. Oh my god, my cough is killing me. Alright, so changes to tables. Changes to the timing so far. Jack still lead the way, 115.8. Johnny in second now with a 116.1. Who are we going to go on board with? Jack, let's have with Jack. Is Jack just set another lap or is he on one now? It's like he's on a push now, so let's have a little look with Jack. Hope everyone is doing okay in the chat. I'm going to make sure my stream is running okay because it didn't look like it was earlier. For some reason, I don't know why. It's still, I don't know why it's not letting me put out my actual stream. Like, surely you can share this and no. I don't know. Jack currently 4 attempts up so far as he just finishes the flow, approaching the last sector now. A couple more corners to navigate through. Doing very well so far. He's always a stricken car on the track, but he's done alright. 115.3, nearly half a second faster. So well done to Jack. Is anyone going to be able to beat that? We'll jump on board with El Stefano and we'll see what's happening with him. Let's have a look. Share. Here we go. Copy URL to link. Let's have a look if this sends out better. It's not that don't really give you a proper link though, does it? It's quite annoying. Don't know why Twitch does that. It doesn't give you the best of links. But we move. Let's put that one in. And that one. And that one. And that one. Oh god, excuse me. Sorry, this cough is killing. It is agony. Okay. So it's a bit of a shame, obviously, we're not hitting the numbers we are used to seeing here in RPR. Hopefully, it's just a minor glitch. These guys can fix it. El Stefano currently slightly improving on his time. We'll see what he can do. It's looking very good at the moment. Everyone is on pretty decent laps. Oh, El Stefano's invalidated it. What a shame for him. I was a bit too far away. I've got a follow. Who's the follow? Ooh. Thank you very much for the follow, Mad Mountain Pain. Much appreciated. So just on board now with Erez. Going around the final corner now. For lap of 3 minutes. So fingers crossed he's going to go for another push lap. I wouldn't imagine that's his best time. But so far, so good for everyone. Setting fairly decent times. Here we have got one DNF so far of GGC. Not sure if that was a retire in the pits or we had some sort of quali ban. Not entirely sure. But anyway, we'll jump on board with Erez. Approaching one of the quickest corners on this track now. You've got a lot of balls to go around it. Slight little bit of a lift, but it does keep on the track. approaching one of the Spinella corners there as Rob, I believe, does get out of his way nicely. Onto the chicane on the approach of the flow. The flow is very tricky. You got to make sure you get every single corner completely right, otherwise it will screw you up. If you make one mistake, you're kind of thrown off for the whole thing. It takes a lot to come back on. But nicely done there. He's slightly up from Erez, so he's nearly a tenth up. Approaching now the final sector. 2 hairpins, 180 degrees essentially, going back on yourself twice. Very nicely done there. And avoids the wall nicely. And he, last but not least, full throttle all the way to the line. Can he do any better? Can he did? 16.1 up into second. That is much better. Much better from Erez. Well done, buddy. Johnny Stokes as well. We're just going to jump more with Johnny Stokes. Where's Rob? Actually, Rob just started his lap, didn't he? Rob's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. A bit worrying from Rob. We'll have a look with Rob. Let's watch a bit of Rob. So Rob right now needs to set some decent time. He's in 7th at the moment. Needs to make the most of the smaller grids, or with lack of drivers, because he can get some good points on the board. Also, it's a good word of note. This would be Speedy's last race, I believe, in the season before he moves to the States for 2 months. So hopefully Joe can get some decent points. End on a high before he returns for season 8. Rob's going to get a bit of a tone just in front. He's a bit slower though when he's current time. So we'll just have a look quickly with Johnny. So the spinner there from Avi. Avi's lost it. Johnny Stokes now. Can't do any better than first, but he can beat Erez and jump into second at 115.9. Rob going around the last corner as well. What can he do? It's 117.4. Is an improvement, but not enough to beat Speedy. Everyone is currently out on track other than Erez and Moreland, who's decided to retire. Can't do any more than 4th. Erez, also Avi, I don't think will do any better now. We'll have to wait and see what time left. That is it. So that will be all for Erez. For Avi. Speedy now is going to start a lap. I believe he would be one of the last ones to cross the line, or did Jack get across? Oh no, Jack got across. So we'll have a look with Jack's teammate, Dr. Robot. Crosses the line at 118.4, is an improvement, and does jump Avi. I've got these throws in the mind. Does jump above El Stefano. There was another jump there. Ali Difa just jumped up into 6th, so well done to Ali Difa. Hadzojo is in the pits, so he won't be doing another lap. El Stefano, can he get back where he belongs? And a jump, Dr. Robot. At 119.6, I expect better from him. He's gone really wide. Oh no, that's going to be rear wing damage. And that's probably not going to do his lap any good. I wonder what he was on. Jump on board with Scotty. No, not Scotty. With Johnny coming to the pits. With James Howe, crosses the line. Jumped up in the 6th to 117. Pretty much dead. Speedy has spun it as well. No, Speedy, not on your last race. He's reversing up the grid. What are you doing, Joe? Turn the car around. Scotty now is in the pits. Who else? Where's Rob? Rob's going to come round. Can he improve? No, he won't be able to improve on 136 there. That'll be it for him. Joe is still trying to reverse. Jack doesn't improve on his time. What did he set? Oh, slightly slower time. Only slightly slower. Blink of an eye slower. But that'll be the end of quali. And we'll go straight into this race. Just waiting now for Scotty to retire his car, and then we can crack on. We'll watch the McLaren of Jack Latest go round while we wait for the last car to retire. And there we go. So we'll go through your final confirmation of your grid order now. We have Jack Latest is your pole sitter with a 115.385. Great time from him. His last lap was a 386. So maybe a thousand, 100,000 of a second. Stupidly close. We have Johnny Stokes in second. We have the Ferrari of Erez in third. Moreland is in fourth. Avi in 5th. 6th is James Al. 7th is Ali Defus. 8th is Speedy. 9th is Robson Racer. 10th is Scotty Hazojo in 11th. 12th is Dr. Robot. 13th El Stefano. And 14th is GGC. I'll tell you what though, I do miss the old quali when you had to try and set your laps on the tyres you wanted to start on. This whole qualify on softs, race on medium hard, essentially what every single race has become. Not the best, to be honest, for a spectator point of view. It would be nice to have something else. I just realised that doesn't actually do anything. Why isn't that not alert box? The events, why isn't that doing anything? That surely should be changing the event chat. Why doesn't it? So yeah, not sure why. It doesn't do follows. That's probably why. There we go. They're all coming up now. All coming up. Hobo spells. Fuck you. Where are you today, mate? You should try it, man. You should try doing this. The chat box ain't even bloody working either. Why ain't the chat box working? There should be a live chat box. Not sure why that chat box isn't showing live messages, because that's what I wanted it to do. But hey ho. I'm not sure why. Little things on this don't seem to work properly. Oh, it is there. It is there. It's just really low down. That doesn't help, does it? How you meant to see it? How you meant to see it? There we go. Let's put it up to the top a little bit. There we go. Now the chat box is there. I'll do comms with you next week. Yeah, mate, you're more than welcome to. I'll have to work out how to, because I can't stream and talk at the same time. It's kind of annoying. Alright, let's have a look at tyres anyway. Tyre. Everyone has chosen the mediums, unsurprised, apart from Rob and Dr. Robot. But there you go. This is probably one of the best things about this new game is the immersive pit stop. You get to drive your car to the grid and basically design where you want to be. They on round ones, mate. Oh, Vader's got all the jokes today. Fuck you know. All the jokes from Vader. Oh god, my throat is killing. Oh. So, we got a bit of a struggler of El Stefano. Not sure what he's doing there, but in real life, that possibly be a penalty. No, 10 car lengths not being kept there. Naughty, naughty. So we'll go on board with Jack as he approaches his grid slot. Trying to slow the pack up. Probably needs to a lot more because the pack is very much spread out now. He's seems to done that quite nicely there though, Jack. Who's going to get the disqualification from their grid spot? One's already James Al, naughty boy. And GGC will be the last one to approach his grid. Scotty gets another one as well. So that's a bit of a punishment for him. It's just those two drivers. And we go to 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go here in Hungary. Everyone seems to be getting a fairly good start. Bit of a twitch there from Moyland. Jack already on the storm away. Moyland's getting swallowed up in the middle there. But it's going to be a good clean fight to the first corner. They're going to go 3 wide into the first. Moyland's now we're down into 6th place. James out up into 4th. Huge jump there. Everyone seems to be getting away cleanly as Moyland tries to regain some places back. But Abby's on the inside and will hold him to it. Can Moyland hold it now on the inside? He gets it back. Oh, look at that clean driving there from these two drivers. Abby on the inside. I looks like Moyland backed out of that one and will give that up. But no, he's not. He's still there. He's going to try to go around the outside now of Abby. Mounts the curb and a bit of a spin. Oh, it's a clean spin there from Moyland, but it does put him near the back of the grid. At the back of the grid, literally. That's so unfortunate. He tried to go for the attack on Avi around the outside. He gets not forced wide, but the momentum took him wide. Gets onto that curb and kind of beaches himself. So that's put him stone dead last. Mr. Robot just ahead of him now on these hard tyres. It's going to be... Oh, he has to get out of the way there, Mr. Robot. No, you don't need to, Mr. Robot. I know you're a reserve. James learns the park. Literally, James has no idea how to park. But there we go. So after your first lap of the race, we have a yellow flag already. That Scotty's gone round. Has he got damage? I don't know. It doesn't look like he has. Just a little bit of a spin. But after the first lap, Jack is in first. Johnny in second. We have Erez in third. James Howe in fourth. Avi in fifth. Speedy. Erez has gone round. I did just catch that. Erez has gone round. He's dropping like a rock to the back of the grid. And he's just been overtaken now by Moyland, who's already up into 11th place. Moyland doing very well. Obviously, well, doing well. He just capitalised really from the spin from Scotty and Erez. But there we go. Where was he up to? So, well, it's all changed now. Anyway, now James Howe is up into third, with Avi right on his tail. Bit of a gap now forming between first and second and third. All of them are about, well, they've gained about 1.5 seconds already. It's just Avi is right on the back of James Howe. Keep an eye on Hudzojo. He's making a move, and El Stefano. El Stefano's doing really well up into 8th, actually. So doing really well from him. And there's a little bit of a trade now, as you got also Moyland, who's going to try and go round the out, make his own track up, go around the outside GDC. It doesn't happen as of yet. Is he going to go for a dive into this? He has to think about it. And Scotty's gone round again. Hudzojo goes really wide ahead of him there. So looking all over the place, trying to make that move. Moyland dives down the inside and is trying to fight this on the last corner, and does so. Good move there from the current leader of the championship. Who's that as well? Erez trying to make the same move on GGC, and he goes down the inside of turn 1. GGC is still fighting, they're side by side. But I do believe that is Erez' place now. GGC can't really do nothing there to fight that one back. But well done for even trying, to be honest. Hudzojo still trying to get past El Stefano. And now El Stefano's doing the teammate tradition of what we're used to seeing from these two. And he's holding up Hudzojo. But it's kind of backing up Moylan a little bit. Rob and Ali Difa are swapping places ahead. GDC's gone round. No, someone's gone round. Ali Difa's gone round. Ali Difa's spun. So another place gain there from Moylan. Easy plays. Ali Difa's hit the wall. That's a wing damage. That's a wing damage, definitely there. Yep, he's a Formula Ford. That's the problem with these cars. Once you spin, you lose all traction, and it's very difficult to keep your car under control. But we'll jump back with this battle now. As Hudzojo's trying to battle with El Stefano. El Stefano's trying to fight back and trying to defend as much as he can. Now, if El Stefano's smart about this, he doesn't want to get in the way too much because his teammate is right behind. Moyland isn't. He's going to stay behind, unfortunately, there. He has got DRS, though, as well as El Stefano. So El Stefano can start to reel back in Hudzojo. But look at this train now as Erez is having a look down. Good move there from Moylan. I believe that's just El Stefano get out of the way of his teammate. Now El Stefano needs to try and keep in front of Erez. And he does so. So well done, El Stefano. He can try and use... Be a bit of a blockade for Moylan. Back up these guys at the back. Or back up the guys at the back. Back up these 3 guys. But currently... Well, Rob put us penalty. We're getting a penalty. So is Hudzojo actually saying that. But currently, he's doing really well for Moylan. Moylan's just got to chase down Hudzojo. And El Stefano's going to make that Merc as big as possible. Just to help out his teammate just a little bit there. Avi's still stuck behind James Howe. But we are watching this battle really now as Hudzojo goes really wide again. He's struggling with these track limits today. I do expect Moylan to make the move, as another one going really wide was El Stefano there. Yeah, I do expect Moylan to make this move done very quickly. He's all over the back of this Aston Martin and dive down the inside there. Brilliant overtake. He's going to lose out on DRS though, but I don't think he's going to care. It's just a lot of straight line speed has this Mercedes. And Hudzojo loses that place, and Erez is already alongside the rear of El Stefano, and it's a simple move there with DRS. Yellow flag's waving again. It's Scotty again. Scotty's not having the best of days today. He's getting the flow all wrong, and he's spun yet again. Not a great day for him. Oh, excuse me. So, back to the battle up front. Avi's still stuck behind James Howe. James Al is rinsing his overtake though. 11% ERS compared to Avi's 40. So I do believe that place should be switching very soon as Erez has gone round again. No, it's another spin for Erez. That's not good. He was just doing so well as well. Doing so well, and now he's back. I have faith for my teammate. He will come back. Scotty's retired in the pits. It's unsurprising, to be honest. He has not had the best of days today. But yeah, so, those who don't know, Vader is Mercedes' teammate of in GP2, I believe. So, where are we looking at now? LGGC is fighting El Stefano. We have Avi just made that move on James Al. Can James Al keep that position? I don't think he can. But he's going to try. He's down the inside. Avi's going to have the inside with DRS as well to help him get in front. So it's a simple move there. And I do like the livery there on the Ferrari. That yellow does make that car pop. But Avi's used up a lot of overtake there to make that move past James Al. Does he use up 40% already? Erez has gone straight on here. What happened to Erez? Disqualified for going the wrong way. Okay. Weird one. Not entirely sure what happened there. Now down to 12 drivers. You can see the gap between Ali Difa and Jack very, very close. Ali Difa is about to get lapped already, and it's only lap 6. Moyland on the back of Rob. We do know these guys party together, so it should be a simple move from Moyland. And down the inside he goes. Rob giving him a lot of space there. On different tyres, they're on different strats. It makes sense to not fight him too much. As we have another spinner, and it's GGC who's gone round. No damage visible on the car, so hopefully he can carry on. And James still attacking the back of Avi, but not close enough yet. Has DRS now, though. Can he make the lunge in to turn... Did it turn 3 technically around there because of that little kink? Probably is 9F1. Rob keeping him with DRS, which is going to pull him along a little bit. And then we have Robot on the back of El Stefano, but not close enough to make any kind of movements so far. We'll jump on the board this battle for 3rd place with Avi and James Al. So when we left them, they had similar ERS, and they have again. Actually, James Al's doing a bit better with 22% compared to Avi's 15%. Both going a bit wide there, but it's all good. They're not losing out too much, but it's the problem when you're following someone. You need to follow their line quite a bit. James Al will see the flashing of Avi and have some hope. Oh, nearly loses it there though. Too early on the throttle. Well caught there. Can he recoup himself and get back the DRS? I don't think he's gonna. He was out of DRS there, I believe. So he'd lose that DRS just by putting his foot down a bit too early. So it saved Avi a little bit for the time being. It's a big shame there, but it's a really good catch there from the Alpine driver. We'll jump back with El Stefano. I was going to say El Stefano and Robot as they're about to have a battle, but El Stefano has spun. He has spun it. Has he got damage? Yes, he's got no end plate, so he's diving straight into the pits, changing those tyres, changing that wing. It's a big shame, really, but he's got plenty of gap between him and Ali Difa. This race needs a safety car. It needs a safety car. James Al manages to reel back in Avi, so we'll keep on board with the battle for 3rd place while El Stefano changes his wing. Everyone else is extremely gapped out now. The gap between Speedy and Moreland's one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. The gap's 2.1 seconds. I would expect that to come down quite quickly. But Moreland's done well. Moreland's done a good recovery drive considering. He was at the back of the grid and he's fought his way through very nicely. See, 1.7 seconds between him and Speedy now. But we are watching the battle for 3rd, and Avi is going to be under attack from the Alpine once again. This time with DRS. So James Al now not much use of the ERS. He's just going to save that for a little bit. But lovely stuff there as he comes in. Not close enough to make a move as of yet. We'll jump on board so you can see the rundown. and unfortunately a bit too far away on this occasion. But Avi is using up his overtake. James not so much. So James can save while being behind this Ferrari and eventually make the move when he feels like it. The power at the moment is completely in the Alpine's hands. Unfortunately, it's the only battle we can really look at because everyone else is really gapped out and really spaced out. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you do hit a follow. You can't hit a like anymore, can you? Because we're on Twitch. But if you do like what you see, do hit a follow. Excuse me. So we're just watching the battle now between these two as Jack has lapped now Ali Difa. As you can see, just the orange dot is ahead of the dark blue dot. Blue dot. Here we go. James Al now. 30% overtake. Is he going to use any on this occasion, on this lap, on this attack? I don't think he is. Just going to use his DRS to just keep within Avi. Reel him in a little bit. And save this move for later. As we got a spinner, and that is Hadzojo's gone round. No damage. So Robot makes a simple move round the outside. And Hadzojo can carry on. No, he can't. No, he can't. How did he keep that there? Be careful. That's a wing gone. That's a wing gone. Now he's kind of stuck. What's he going to try and... He's not going to try. No, he's not. I thought he was going to try and get back to the pits, but he's full better of it. I don't blame him. And also, Hadzojo, sorry, Difa is getting out of the way there. That's what that yellow flag is about. Well done to him. Moreland is right on the back now of Joe. So we'll watch this battle. These two again in a party together. It is Joe's Speedy's last race for the season as he is moving to the States. So he's not going to make it easy for Moreland. Moreland all over the back of him though. It's going to be a simple move with DRS enabled. But we'll stay on board and we'll just keep a look on the little battle here. Joe is trying all he can to put off Moreland. Keep us in the middle of the track. Keep it at Red Bull as wide as possible. But this is the battle we always wanted to see this season. Red Bull versus Mercedes. And Mercedes are going to make the move. Joe defended the inside quite early there. That's quite a good move. He's not really got the pace there. Does Moreland to get past him. Goes around the outside. And it has made the move done with the help of DRS for the second time. But that was a good defence there from Joe. If it even was defence. But it was a good defence there. No, you got to make something out of nothing. James Al gets a penalty. That's not what he wanted in the battle for Avi. So Avi, with a 3-second buffer now, AD was retired. That is in the pits. Down to 11 drivers in the race. It's a big shame. It's the problem when you have drivers all spaced out. Because once you have a spin, you kind of get thrown off. And that's kind of, you don't really see anyone for the rest of the race. Hadzojo's has got a penalty there for speeding. I thought that would be a retirement. That's normally the case when you do that. But not on this occasion. El Stefano does jump into 10th while Hadzojo is in the pits. Excuse me. And he will be moving out of the way from Jack as Jack does now lap El Stefano. So James out still with 30% ERS. Avi still with nothing. So he is doing what he's meant to be doing. He's putting a lot of pressure there on Avi. Eres has left session, obviously, because he has DQ'd. Disqualified himself there. And we are watching the battle for third place still. Remember, guys, if you want to get involved, you can do. Just send a message to us and we'll get you a link in the description. Well, or a link to you. Just checking Discord while I'm here. No one is in the chat at the moment, so I'm not too sure on people's comings or goings. So Scotty had a bad day because he forgot to change his tyre temps, and Harley Devo said he forgot how to drive. So people are having a good day. Jack's left session. Jack has left the session, I just saw. We are still streaming live, right? This could be what the guys need. Let me try and get Jack back in. Well, I don't want Jack to lose out here. Oh, I can't do it, can I? 'Cause I've got the crossplay on. Sugar. I'm trying to see if I can get Jack back in. I haven't got him as a friend, have I? Search for players. What about later? See, did it come up? What is his name? Is it? I need to find his name. I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to get him back in because I don't want him to lose out. JR. It was JR latest. JR latest. 5 mutual friends. Let's see if we can get him back in the game. Hopefully he's joined back, but look at the gaps falling as Johnny Stokes has entered the pits. Then that means Avi and James will jump up into second and third respectively. Gaps are still the same now, but Jack, if he's not there, I don't know if he is there. That doesn't look like a very fast car. Doesn't look like the car. Is he gaining time or is he losing time? I'm not too sure there. Not too sure. No, he's not. He can't be there because look at the time that he's losing to Avi and James. Come on, Jack, come back in. What's going on? We've lost Jack. We've lost Jack. But hey ho, we'll move on. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And we're still watching the battle here with second. That's the only battle really on track. As Moreland is trying to close up. He's 4.5 seconds from this little battle. As has Ojo spun, or is he? Looks like he's spun again. He has. Trying to be careful not to get away any front runners. But look at this. They are reeling in as James has dived into the pits. James going for the undercut on the Ferrari there. Probably a case of I'll do whatever you don't. And here we go into the pits. That'll be a set of hard tyres for James. Simple, simple, simple. Johnny Stokes is going to clear him. He's right behind Rob Sim Racer there. So how much time is he going to gain on Jack? Because Jack's going to be dropping down loads right now. It's not what he wanted. So the gap between Johnny and James is 2.4 seconds. It will probably increase because James will be on cold tyres at the moment. But we'll watch the battle with Johnny and Rob Sim Racer. Rob goes a bit wide there, but his tyres should be up to temps now. That should be okay for him. Going for the move into the flow. No. So he's got to sit behind Rob for the flow. Jack's car is still out on track. I don't know. I've not seen him join back. As Avi is entering the pits. So Avi's in the pits. We'll see where it puts him in regards to James Al. James Al just behind this battle with Rob and Johnny. Rob's gonna stay out at one more lap. It looks like it. He does. So hards go on, I believe, there for Avi. Speedy up into third, well into second now because they're not pitted yet. James Al is coming down the main straight. Is he going to get out ahead of Avi? No, he's not. But his tyres will be up to temps. And he's right behind him. He's going to make the move. And he does it straight away out of turn one. Great move there from the Alpine. And he is up into sixth. which is essentially at the moment P3 once these drivers are pitted. As you can see, no drivers are pitted ahead other than... Sorry, Jack, Moreland and Speedy haven't pitted yet, so... Or Rob, for that matter. I'm hoping Jack can get back in. I'm not too sure what is going on with Jack. So, we'll see... Moreland is 15 seconds from Jack right now. Jack's car is still going around. It's using the RS. So has he come back in? Has he returned? It doesn't look like it. This is like a very AI drive at the moment. It's very slow. As Moreland enters the pits. From second place, he enters the pits. It will go down a bit on the grid. James is let through by his teammate. Rob is on the hard tyres, so he's be going for the long stint. So Rob won't need to pit yet. Speedy carries on going on his mediums. He still feels like he's okay on them. Johnny will retake. Well, I say retake. He's technically leading the race at the moment with Jack having that issue. Moreland will rejoin in 7th, 2.4 seconds behind Avi on the harder tyres there. So he tried to get them warmed up as he goes round into turn 3. Rob is doing the teammate work. They're different cars, aren't they? So James just overtook Rob then, obviously on the different strap. They're very similar colours, aren't they? As Avi is trying to make the move into the chicane before the flow. Rob's going to try and hold it, but unfortunately for him, not able to do so. Avi on them fresher tyres makes that move done very simply. And Jack is now in the pits from pole. Where is they going to put him out? That is the question. Put it on a set of hard tyres. He's out already. So Speedy a bit far away from Jack. So maybe Jack has managed to rejoin and I've missed him. That does definitely look like an AI. Doesn't look like an AI kind of thing. But I don't know. It's a huge gap there from Jack and Speedy. I thought it would be a lot less than that. Johnny with DRS on Speedy. Can he make the move done? Joe is on the medium tyre, so he's keeping him out for a long time. As Johnny trying to go around the outside, not able to do so. Speedy defends that really well, and he is doing a great job defending, even though they're not on the same strat at all. Joe's not making it easy for Johnny Stokes. Bit wide there though. It's going to open the door a little bit, but very quickly closed by the Red Bull driver. Into the chicane, and Johnny's going to have to sit behind Speedy as they go through the flow. Moreland is right on the back of Rob Sim Racer here. Rob hasn't pitted yet. It's going to slow up Moreland a little bit as they go through the flow because it's not really a place to overtake. Can Moreland get Rob again in the same place he got him earlier? Not yet. Is he going to wait for DRS this time? Is Rob going to come into the pits? I don't know. Speedy and Joe still battling out, but Joe has dived into the pits. So they'll take that place. 5 seconds of speeding for Joe. Speedy is speeding into the pits. Rob makes that move. Well, it loses that place to Moreland there, unsurprisingly. With the DRS, very easy to do. And the gaps once again have increased. It does look like the gap between Jack and Johnny has increased as well. So maybe Jack is now back in his seat. I'm hoping he's back in his seat. We'll have a look at some lap times. No, I don't want to do that because last time I did that, it fucked me up. Avi is trying to regain his third place he lost to James Al earlier. James Al has still got that 3-second penalty, so currently Avi is sitting pretty, and so is Moreland actually. Moreland looks like he could jump James out, as he's also got no penalties. But we'll stay on board with Avi. Avi in the lovely bright red Ferrari and the yellow Ferrari accents on that car. It looks beautiful. DRS will be active for Avi on this lap. Can he make the move done? He has got no overtake to help him though. Does use a tad there. More than fastest lap 119.3. So this shows you how much of a bee in his bonnet Moreland has got. He wants to catch back up. He wants to get back in this race. And even with DRS open, he is gaining on Avi. Just shows you the determination of a driver. Yeah, I do think Jack is back. The gap is massive now between him and Johnny. 11.5 seconds. Bit of a shame there, but we'll carry on. Moreland is almost within this DRS train now. And there we go, just enters it there. So this little train now comes from James to Avi. Moreland has got a lot of overspeed compared to these two. A lot of more overtake as well. So Avi ahead on 14%, Moreland on 46%, James on 30%. So if Moreland wants, he can use a bit of overtake, get back past Avi as Jack says, fastest lap of the race, 18.8, just to prove that he's definitely here, if anyone had any doubts. Moreland in 5th as he goes round the final corner. DRS open. He's already gaining a lot on Avi, but Avi must be using a bit of overtake, what he's got left to try and keep ahead. Now Avi needs to really focus on what James is doing rather than what Moreland's doing behind, because if he starts trying to defend too hard against Moreland, he will end up losing time to James and out of DRS. And the situation that he's in at the moment with his overtake and only having 12 or 20%, it's not going to help him, and it'll be hard for him to regain that time. Goes a bit wide there into the death corner. Moreland all over the back. Is he going to make a lunge into the chicane? No, he thinks better of it. He's playing the long game with Moreland. 21 laps in this race completed. There's a little while to go yet, as Johnny has lapped Moreland's teammate of El Stefano. Moreland, a bit of a twitch there coming out of the flow, but it's okay for the moment. It's not what Moreland wanted really. This train is going to hurt him a little bit. 18.666 the time from the Alien. And look at this. Right behind the Ferrari now is the Mercedes. Can Moreland make this move done this time? Overtake is activated. DRS is open. Avi's got nothing to fight or defend with. Down the inside. Oh, he has a little look, but Avi just runs out of track really. That's all that was. Oh, nearly contact there between the two Mercedes as Moreland goes to the inside to try and get this move done on the Ferrari, and he does indeed get past him. So now he's got James ahead of him. James with 37% overtake. Moreland had to use up a little bit there. He's on 24, so it becomes a bit of a cat and mouse game between these two drivers, and Avi's just got to try and hold on as much as he can. Moreland's nearly clipping his teammate there as El Stefano was letting them past. Dr. Robert is in the pits. He'll be probably on the medium tyres if he's pitting this late. Yes, he is on the medium tyres, as you can see by the yellow stripe on this side. Moreland still within 4 tenths of James Al ahead. 7 tenths from Avi, so it's starting to drop him a little bit now. But Avi will still be within DRS for the time being. Moreland again, another twitch. He loves these setups that make his car twitch. And look at this. All over the back of James Al. DRS open. In use of overtake as well. James Al is aware of it though. He uses a bit of overtake. Defends the inside. It's not going to make it easy for Moreland. Moreland's going to switch back to the inside. Trying to go round. He can't do it yet. But again, James Al defends that inside line. Moreland's going to hang it around the outside and try and hold off for the inside here. Can he get it done? No, he can't. James defends amazingly there and will keep the position for the time being. Not what Moreland wanted. He's used up a bit of overtake there. James doing very well defensively. Moreland's will try and think of something else, another way to get past him. These two drivers know each other very well. They're in a party together. They'll be talking about, where each other are, giving each other warnings about what they're going to try and do. I think Moreland's got to try and catch James off guard a little bit. James with 30% overtake. Moreland is now struggling with 16. So this shows you what one attack can kind of make or break you. But he's still got the pace, Moreland. He's all over the back of the Alpine as they go into the penultimate corner. And can Moreland have another chance as he twitches it again? And it's wide there from James Al. So Moreland inside line with overtake, but James hangs it out again. Overtake being used there for Moreland. James tries to defend the inside once again into turn 1. And Moreland has to be forced around the outside. Can he get it stuck? Oh, another twitch again. These twitches aren't helping Moreland. They're losing him time all over the place. And James Al once again will hold the position for the time being. Moreland's just got to take a breath, I think. He hasn't really got to fight this battle between James Al, but he wants to get fast so he can get and try and have a go at Johnny Stokes, who is at the moment 16 seconds ahead and getting further and further while these two battle. Sorry, I thought I said he's 4 seconds ahead and is gaining while these two are battling out. Avi is also right behind now as Moreland makes a bit of a mistake there. But Avi will just be picking up the pieces. Avi needs to really stay VRS though. Like, he seems to be using it to stay with these guys. But as long as he stays with these DRS, just save his DRS. Come on, be clever. Because once Moreland makes the move on James, then you can make the move on James if you've got the DRS to defend, to attack with. Moreland again going around the inside of last corner. Again, James can hang it round. But he's right on the gearbox now of the Alpine. And once again, he's out of VRS and out of road before he can make the move done. He has got DRS once again. I can't see what's going on, but they're side by side on the approach. James defends the inside. Moreland's trying to go around the outside once again. He needs to get alongside more, and he does a lot better this time. And it's side by side. Moreland gives him the space. It's a run down. It's a complete straight run to the death corner, and they're still side by side. James has to yield there. Didn't have the right racing line, and Moreland does get third place. James did not make it easy for him. But now, James, with his tempo... Oh, yes, he does a lot of overtake there to defend against Moreland. So Moreland on 10%, James on 10%, and now Avi, with a bit of power, is on 30%. It's very hard to regain ERS around this track, and it's so easy to use it and lose it. So the gap is nearly a second already as they come around the penultimate corner. 9/10 as they hit the DRS line, so he will get DRS James out. Excuse me. So Moreland doesn't really need to use any overtake now to keep ahead of James. And Avi just needs to try and reel in a little bit more. He don't want James to go too far ahead. But he just needs to stay within 3 seconds. That's James' issue right now. Avi is so close behind. He's just got to stay within that 3 seconds, and you'll take that position off of him. Thanks for that penalty. Can Moreland bring the party to Johnny Stokes with, 8 laps to go, essentially? The gap's 5 seconds between him and Johnny. It's not a lot, but in F1 terms, that is a century, essentially. And Moreland is already out of the DRS from James Al. So James Al losing out now. And he will be under a lot of pressure from Avi in the Ferrari, who we're on board with now. 40% overtake as Avi got. So Avi has done what he needed to do. He's harvested some overtake. Now, can Avi make the move past James Al? He's going to have DRS here. James has got nothing to defend with. Overtake is very low from both of the drivers, really. But Avi not doing anything yet. He's going to hold off. He's going to wait till he's a bit closer, I think. But ideally, you want to get the move done sooner rather than later. Because look, James Al's got so much straight line. There's got yellow flags waving at the back. I think that's just... I'm not sure what that was. Oh, it must be back parking out of the way. Nothing to worry about. It's just Hudzojo make himself a nuisance. And there you go, pulls to the side to let the faster driver out the way. Who of Rob, sorry. He looked like he was going to, but Rob is going to get DRS from him. So, Rob on the battle with Speedy. Both with penalties. So, let's have a look at the penalty gap. I'm hoping it's the same so that we can actually see a battle potentially. No, Speedy's got 8 seconds compared to Rob's 3. So, Rob is winning that battle at the moment. Oh, let's take off the information. Don't need to see that now. We're going to go back to the battle between James Al and Avi, which has basically been from start to finish in this little battle. At the moment, it's advantage Avi, but even though James is ahead, he's got less overtake. Avi's got almost double, and DRS to help him with the overtake now, as he is using the overtake and DRS to try and get that move done. Look at the speed he's gathering, but he's just going to run out of runway again into that first corner. But right on the gearbox now of the Alpine. DRS open once again, but no overtake this time from Avi. So chooses not to attack this lap, or sorry, on that part of the DRS. And will sit behind James as they go into one of the fastest corners on this circuit. Moreland already gained a second on James Al. Sorry, Moreland's gained second on Johnny Stokes. Nearly 4.2 seconds the gap. It was 5 a lap or 2 ago. Oh, a bit of a twitch there from James Al. So Avi all over the back as they go through the flow. Ouch. Still 11 drivers in this race. We are watching the battle between 4th and 5th now. James has got a penalty, but Avi would like to probably do this on track. They're going round the final corner now. 5 attempts the gap. Avi again using his overtake, using his DRS to try and close the gap between him and James. James defends the inside. Avi's going to be forced to go around the outside. James going to hang it around the inside much as he can do. Avi, I can't see what's going on. Avi is still alongside. He's got the inside line now. James favours that inside line to defend. I can't see what's going on, but Avi does take that place and is in front of James Al. Brilliant camera work there from EA. But Avi does take the place and is in 4th. Speedy and Rob have also closed up a little bit now. Rob's found a lot of pace today. I'm hoping I'm not giving him the commentator's curse, but he has found a lot of pace and he's right behind James Al. James Al. Right behind Johnny. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Speedy, number 25. He's right behind Joe. Get your words out, Dan. Jesus. But a battle for the ERS battle. Look how much ERS Speedy's got in comparison to Rob. Speedy, you can use it, mate. You're not going to be charged for it. You know, come on. James Al still hanging on to the back of Avi, but we are watching the battle now for 6th and 7th. Again, Speedy loses out on penalties anyway, but Rob would like to get him on track as we're approaching the 31st lap of this race, or 30th lap of this race. Then they start the 31st. DRS open for Rob. James, I keep calling James. Speedy defends early, down the inside, and will keep that position for the time being. I need a drink. A lot of talking for me today. So, gaps are starting to increase between Avi and James. 8 to 9 attempts it's flipping around to. We're watching the battle between Speedy and Rob. So Speedy still with a lot of overtake to defend with. Rob is regaining overtake. He's doing quite well to harvest. But if he wants to get him on track, he'd have to do it now. I'm sure he would like to do it on track, but I wouldn't bother him too much, as Joe has got the extra penalties, the 5 seconds speed in the pit lane, and also that 3 seconds speed up earlier, whereas Rob has just got the 3 seconds. Yellow flags ahead. It's James Al. James Al's gone round. He's got a huge gap between him and Speedy. There's not exactly anything to worry about, but it's worrying when you spin on your own. Avi's now got a lot of breathing space. And we are watching again the battle between Rob. Again, Speedy defends early, goes to the wall to try and keep Rob away. Rob's trying his hardest to try and get the move done. Hadzojo and El Stefano have stopped places. Where did this battle come from? The battle for the last points place has come out of nowhere. El Stefano is doing his damnedest to keep that last point. And he does so very well there. So he keeps 10th. Hadzojo is all over the back of him. This is going to be a good battle there for that 1 point place. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Speedy is 20 seconds from James Al. So again, like with that spin, James Al is still guaranteed, well, safely in 5th place, provided nothing else happens. But that's what's scary about this. You know, you can make a mistake and it can cost you. James Al's in the pits. Is he going to go for a new set of tyres and fastest lap? Did he get damaged from the spin? It looks like it's just a fresh set of tyres for him. It's a soft set. It is a soft set, so no damage, just a soft set of tyres. Speedy and Rob are coming down that back straight. And James, that's a great stop from James. He comes out ahead of these two and won't really get involved in the battle because he'll be on them softs. He'll be gone in a matter of moments. Knowing that Speedy's got these penalties as well, it's quite a good move from James. It's still fastest lap as Hadzojo and Hadzojo and El Stefano fire out again. And Hadzojo this time gets the place over El Stefano, who's in 11th now. Also worth noting that Johnny Stokes and Moreland is a 1.5 second gap with potentially 2 laps to go. 3 laps to go. As they just cross the finish line, or start finish now. Can Moreland reel in Johnny and gain second after his shocker of a spin early on in this race? We're going to keep an eye on we're going to keep an eye on that, but we're watching the battle for 6th and 7th at the moment. So 6th and 7th between Speedy and Rob. Speedy obviously losing out on the penalties at the moment, but Rob is going to want to get it on track. Gaps increase a little bit. Joe's used a bit of overtake, and he's using it now to defend. Speedy starting to use a bit of overtake up. Rob can't really gain on him at the moment. Moreland is now within DRS of Johnny Stokes for second. Jack's coming to the pit, so Jack's must be aware that James Al has pitted for a fresh set of softs, and he's thinking, you know what, I want the fastest lap, mate. You're not having it. So he's coming to the pits. James will be a bit annoyed about that, but it's the game at the end of the day. Oh, Rob gets a penalty, so that's 6 seconds. So the gap. It's 2 seconds now. He needs to keep within. Here we go. Moreland, DRS open, trying to reel in Johnny Stokes. Not able to do so at the moment. Jack is on the softs now ahead of this pack. We have a lot of overtake to use as well. But we're watching the battle for second. I don't think right now Rob is able to get the move done past Speedy. Although the ERS is leveled out now. They're both on 40%. So it has leveled out a little bit. Is Speedy trying to push James Al fast up in the race at 118.3? Don't expect to hold on for that for too much longer because Jack is now on the softs as well. Rob using a little bit of overtake. There goes deep. That's going to cost him a lot of time, and it does. Look at that. That's such a shame. Missed his breaking point a little bit there, and he's lost out the DRS. He's just got to stay within the gap. That's all he's got to do. He hasn't got to make the overtake at all. Look at the penalties. Just stay within 2 seconds, Rob. That's all you got to do, mate. 2 seconds. Don't do anything silly. Moyland and Johnny. One lost it then. Overtake is active for Moyland and it is active for Johnny. He's defending like for everything he can. DRS is open. Moyland looks to the inside. Johnny doesn't react to it. DRS again for the second bite of the cherry for Moyland. Can he get the move done? No, he's a bit too far away. As the... I thought I was Jack out of the way. He was not Jack, it's his teammate. Moving out of the way of this battle. Well done to him. But we are now on the last lap of this race. It's all or nothing for Moyland. He needs to try and get it done. Preferably somewhere here. Can he make the move? We saw him overtake into the chicane earlier from him, but he's a bit too far away to make that happen again. Through the chicane and through the flow, it's going to be difficult to make the overtake through here. Jack is ahead of this battle. He's going to win the race. He's going to get the fastest lap. Is he going to take that from... Oh, don't tell me he spun. Rob, what are you doing? You had to stay within a bloody second, man. Moyland, Jack's got to cross the line. He is going to win this race. Can Moyland get the move done? But we're waiting to see. Fast lap for Jack. Yes, it is a 16.7. Moyland all over the back of Johnny. I don't think it's enough. Johnny will keep second place. Moyland will be kicking himself and he takes third. Avi, with a solid race, will take fourth. But Rob, what have you done, man? All you had to do was stay within that gap. All you had to do was stay within it. You had him on penalties, my friend. Avi crosses it in fourth. James out, the next one across the line will be fifth. As Robot comes in eighth. Ninth is GTC. 11th is El Stefano. All these lapped cars. But there we go. Can James push one more time? Try and still faster. No, he can't. He's 1:22, 23 seconds. Must have made a bit of a mistake. Or he's got going slow. He's out of fuel. He's out of fuel as he crosses the line. Speedy comes in sixth. And Rob. Rob. What have you done, Rob? What have you done? All you had to do was stay within Speedy and you would have got that place. But seventh it is for Rob. And finally, Hudzoja will complete the race and come across in 10th. Well done to all our drivers today. Moyland driver of the day. Do you know what? I can't really argue with it. Only thing I would say is that the spin cost him the race, essentially, today. That spin did cost him massively. And there we go. For your final... for final time, Jack is your race winner. Picking up 26 points. Perfect weekend for him. Pole position. First place in the race and fastest lap. Johnny Tokes comes in second. Moyland in third. Avi in fourth. Fifth place is James out. Sixth place is Speedy. Seventh is Rob Sim Racer. Eighth is Robot. Ninth is GTC. Hazoja's in 10th. 11th is El Stefano. And our DNFers today, Ali Difa, Erez, and Scotty. So Moyland gets driver of the day there. Not in... Well, I suppose because not many places were gained in this race. He gained 1 there. Speedy's gained 2. Avi's gained... Rob's gained 2. Robot's gained a few there. GDC gained a few there. Do I agree with Rob Moyland? Because in the day, it was Moyland's mistake that cost him essentially the second place podium spot. I've got to give it to Jack. I think Jack's got to be driver of the day. With a perfect weekend, you can't really argue. It's got to be Jack. But thank you very much, guys, for watching this race. I have been DXD Hobo, and you've been watching RPR. Before we go, we'll quickly see the next week's race. I do believe I have it here somewhere. Calendar. Here we go. So next week will be the Japanese Grand Prix. So do tune in to watch that. We'll be hopefully live on this Discord channel again, DXD Hobo. But thank Discord channel, this Twitch channel. So yeah, but from me, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Don't forget to check out DXD Rob Sim Racer on Twitch for commentary on Friday of TTFL and RPR GP2. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.